In early spring, gardeners eagerly anticipate the start of the growing season. As the weather begins to warm and daylight hours increase, it's time to start thinking about which vegetables to plant. Choosing the right vegetables for early spring planting can help you get a head start on the growing season and enjoy an earlier harvest. In this guide, we'll explore some of the best vegetables to start in early spring, along with tips for planting and caring for them. Lettuce is a cool season vegetable that thrives in the early spring weather. It can be planted as soon as the soil can be worked, which is typically when it reaches about 40° F, 4° C. Choose a sunny location with well-drained soil for planting. Lettuce prefers cooler temperatures and will bolt, go to seed, in hot weather, so early spring is the ideal time to plant. Sow lettuce seeds directly in the garden or start them indoors and transplant them outdoors once the weather warms up. Keep the soil consistently moist for best results. Spinach is another cool season vegetable that is perfect for early spring planting. It is rich in vitamins and minerals and can be harvested in as little as 4 weeks. Plant spinach seeds directly in the garden about 4 to 6 weeks before the last expected frost date. Sow the seeds 1/2 inch deep and 2 inches apart in rows spaced 12 inches apart. Keep the soil consistently moist and fertilize lightly with a balanced fertilizer to encourage healthy growth. Harvest spinach leaves when they are young and tender for the best flavor. Peas are a cool season vegetable that can tolerate frost and are perfect for early spring planting. They prefer cooler temperatures and will stop producing pods once the weather gets too hot. Plant pea seeds directly in the garden as soon as the soil can be worked. Sow the seeds 1 inch deep and 2 inches apart in rows spaced 18 inches apart. Provide support for the pea plants to climb, such as a trellis or stakes. Keep the soil consistently moist and harvest the peas when they are young and tender for the best flavor. Radishes are a fast-growing vegetable that is perfect for early spring planting. They can be harvested in as little as 3 weeks and are a great way to add a pop of color to your garden. Plant radish seeds directly in the garden as soon as the soil can be worked. Sow the seeds 1/2 inch deep and 1 inch apart in rows spaced 6 inches apart. Keep the soil consistently moist and thin the seedlings to allow room for the radishes to grow. Harvest the radishes when they reach a mature size, usually about 1 inch in diameter. Carrots are a cool season vegetable that can be planted in early spring for a late spring or early summer harvest. They prefer loose, well-drained soil and can be harvested when they reach a mature size. Plant carrot seeds directly in the garden about 2 weeks.